AB, our marriage announcement is near, and for the first time in my life, everything is starting to feel terrifyingly real. Not the kind of fear that makes you run, but the kind that makes your heart beat louder than usual, because you finally realize you're holding something sacred. Something that matters. Something you could lose if you don't protect it with everything you are. I never believed I'd get to say these words, not with so much peace in my voice, not with this quiet certainty sitting in my chest. Do you remember how I used to be? Distant. Cautious. Someone who never showed his cards too early. I was the boy who kept his emotions folded tightly in his pocket, guarded behind cold silences and unread messages. But then you walked in braver than you knew, softer than this world deserved, and everything in me began to unravel. You weren't loud, no. You were calm. But your presence screamed louder than anything I'd ever known. And slowly, you became the home I was afraid to admit I needed. Now look at us. We're no longer hiding. No longer whispering promises in the dark. This is happening. The world is going to hear your name beside many, not as two separate souls, but as one. One headline. One bond. One truth, tied not just by ceremony, but by something greater. And I know people will talk. They'll watch. Some will smile. Some will wonder. Some will ask if this was rushed, if we were too young, too wild, too sure of a feeling that couldn't be measured in years. But none of them were there when you stayed on the phone with me during my worst breakdown. None of them saw how gently you healed a heart that didn't know it was still bleeding. This announcement. It is just an event. It's a declaration. A full-throated, unapologetic vow to the world that you are mine and I am yours, and we're not pretending otherwise anymore. No more coded captions. No more late-night car rides, just to avoid being seen. No more introductions as just a friend. I want to walk into every room with your hand in mine, and no need for explanation. I want people to know. I want them to feel it in their bones, show madly, deeply, irreversibly in love I am with you. There's something magical about telling the world, this is the person I chose. But with you, it doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like destiny correcting its course. Like two houses finally breathing the same air. Like a story that was written long before we were even born, waiting for us to catch up to it. I know the pressure might weigh on you. I know the cameras, the questions, the attention might be too loud for your gentle soul. But you won't face any of it alone. I'll be right beside you, every step, shielding you when you feel exposed, holding you when the world becomes too much. Because no matter what comes after this announcement, celebrations, expectations, the chaos of tradition, he will always protect your peace. That's my vow, even before the wedding vows. So baby, breathe with me. The world will soon know what I've known all along, that you are the light I was searching for. That this isn't some royal formality. This is love. Undeniable. Unshakeable. Irreversible. And I swear, when they hear our names together, I want them to feel what I feel every time I look at you. Like forever just walked into the room. And I know those words will feel like a thunderstorm in your chest, loud, beautiful, and impossible to ignore. I see it in your eyes. That flicker of disbelief, like you're still trying to convince yourself this is real. But it is real, baby. We're not in the shadows anymore. We're standing at the edge of something sacred, something loud and loud enough to echo through generations. And this isn't just about celebration. This is about declaration. About letting the world know that my heart has finally come home, and it bears your name like a crown. You don't have to say it out loud, but I know you're scared. Of people watching. Of words twisting. Of families with expectations. Of memories that hurt and doubts that linger like smoke. But love, look at me, not afraid. Not of the noise. Not of the stares. Not even of the thousand rules that say we shouldn't be this close. Because I've already chosen you in silence. Now I'm ready to choose you publicly. This announcement. It's not a ceremony, it's a promise. It's me telling the world. This is the girl I bowed before in secret prayers. The girl who taught me that softness is strength, and silence is sometimes louder than storms. The girl who walked into my guarded world and set it on fire. And those words still taste surreal in my mouth. I've said them 1,000 times in my mind, imagined them in dreams that felt too fragile to speak out loud. But now they're real. The world is about to know. The moment is almost here. No more hiding behind nicknames in my phone. No more locking your pictures in private folders. No more pretending you're just someone I talk to sometimes. No, love. You're not a secret. You never were. And I'm done acting like the best thing that's ever happened to me needs to be hidden away. This love you deserve a headline. A celebration. 1,000 lights strung across the sky announcing what we've always known deep down we were written for each other. You know what this means, right? That I'm choosing you, not just in quiet, safe spaces but loudly. Publicly. Openly. I'm putting your name beside mine, not just in prayers anymore, but in formal invitations, on banners, on the lips of people who will finally know what I've known since the first time I saw your eyes. You are my forever. I've met royalty, dined with powerful people, stood on stages where thousands watched, but nothing ever made my heart tremble the way it does when I look at you. When I picture you in white, walking toward me, knowing that after all the storms, all the silence, all the almost, we made it. Baby, this announcement, it's not just about marriage. It's about victory. It's about how we didn't break, even when distance tried. Even when opinions tried to wedge themselves between us. Even when my own doubts tried to sabotage what was meant for me. You stayed. You stayed. And that's why this moment matters. Because I know what it cost us to get here. And I swear to you I'll never let you feel alone in this again. We'll face the noise together. The questions, the excitement, the chaos. And I'll hold your hand through every second of it, letting the world see that I'm not just announcing a wedding. And announcing a warrior I fell in love with. A woman who taught me that love isn't always quiet. Sometimes it's loud. Messy. Right. So don't be afraid, baby. Don't think about the pressure, or the opinions, or the headlines. Think about us. Think about the way you curl into me like you were always meant to fit there. Think about how my name will be inked beside yours. Not on a screen but in life. In real documents. In family records. In the kind of legacy people talk about when they say, those two were real. We're about to be someone's example. Someone's reminder that real love still exists. And I know you never asked for that spotlight. You never wanted the attention. You just wanted me. And that's why I'll fight the world to keep you safe within it. I'll shield you, love you, worship you in private, but I'll also honor you in public. Because that's what you deserve. That's what we deserve. So when that announcement goes out, when our names echo in rooms we haven't even stepped into yet, I'll be looking at you. Just you. Because the truth is I didn't fall in love with the idea of marriage. I fell in love with you. Marriage just gave me a way to say it louder. I don't think I've taken a full breath since realizing that soon the world will finally know what my heart has been screaming for so long, that you're mine. That I've chosen you. That in 1,000 crowds, 1,000 lifetimes, my soul would still reach for yours. Every time. Without doubt. Without delay. There's something sacred about this moment, quiet yet deafening, like standing on the edge of a cliff where love becomes permanent, visible, undeniable. This announcement isn't just about ceremonies, or invitations, or royal protocol. It's a declaration. A thunderous one. A line drawn in the sky that says, we have loved each other in silence long enough. I've watched you shrink your happiness, hide your smile, talk our future into whispered conversations and secret glances. And now we won't have to. Now your name will echo with mine. Now the world will look at us and see what we've always known: we are each other's beginning and end. I want thy love. I know you're nervous. I know your fingers tremble at the thought of lights, attention, the weight of expectations. But listen to me, this isn't for them. This is for you. For the girl who stood by me before titles, before approval, before I had anything to offer but my heart. For the woman who stayed when I had nothing but broken pieces, and still chose to build something beautiful with me. You've earned every flower, every headline, every promise whispered into microphones. But most of all, you've earned peace. Peace that you don't have to hide your forever anymore. I see the way you look at me when you think I'm not watching. That soft fear in your eyes. What if this all goes wrong? What if the world ruins what we've built? Baby, hear me, nothing, and no one can unmake what God has written.